Hi guys, so I got a few requests to go over section 3.3. I think this might be a little bit of a confusing chapter, so I would like to go over some of the homework problems, not the actual homework problems, but those similar to the ones that's assigned. So let's take a look at number 6. So I think number 5 and 7 were assigned as homework. In this problem, we are asked to find the average rate of change. So the idea of average rate of change is our slope. So let me go. And slope is it's going to be the rise over run, if you have heard that in high school. And rise has to do with, we're in the Cartesian coordinates, so it's the x and y axes. So rise has to do with up and down. All right, so we know that up and down has to do the y's. So this is the change of y. How much did it rise? So I'm just going to call this as y2 minus y1, and I'll explain what y2 and y1 is. And over run is left to right. You either run to the right or to the left. So this is the x-axis we're talking about. So this is going to be the change of x, which we're going to talk about, x2 minus x1. Okay. All right, so this is our basic equation, and let's go ahead and see what this means. So this is given on this interval, which is the x, this is the domain. So let's find out what value we get after we plug in 4. So we're trying to find the y values. Okay, so what is g of 4? When x is 4, we're going to get 4 squared minus 9. So this is going to be 2 times 16 minus 9. And this is going to be 23. All right, so this means that when x is 4, our y value is 23. So I'm going to go ahead and record that just so that I don't forget. So when we have 4, our y value is 23. All right, let's go ahead and find what our second given, which is b, so g of b. All right, so that's going to be 2b squared minus 9, which is going to be 2b squared minus 9. So given that, we have our second point. Our second point is when x is b, our y is going to be 2b squared minus 9. All right, the reason why I write it as this format is that now we can identify this is our first x, and this is our first y. This is our second x, and this entire part, this is our second y. So now all we have to do is we have to plug in to these accordingly to find the slope, which is the average rate of change. Okay, so I'm going to continue this slope, and I'm going to use this formula, and that'll give us y2 is 2b squared minus 9, and we're subtracting this from y1, so that's going to be minus 23. That over, it's x2 minus x1, so that's going to be b minus 4. So altogether we have 2b squared minus 32 all over b minus 4. So this is going to be our answer for 6. All right, let's do a similar one on number 8. So this is very similar to the previous question. So we're given the 3 and 3 plus h of our x. So again, we can utilize our formula. So our slope is y2 minus y1. So y all over x2 minus x1. Again, it's going to be the rise over run. Now let's find the y values when x is 3. So if k of 3, this is going to be 4 times 3 minus 2. This is going to be 10. Okay. And let me just record that. So we have 3 comma 10. All right, our second x given is 3 plus h. So let me plug that in. So this will give 4, 3 plus h minus 2. So this is going to be 12 plus 4h minus 2, which gives us 4h plus 10. All right, so that's our second point. It's when our x is 3 plus h, our y value is going to be 4h plus 10. Okay, now that we have these, we can mark them appropriately and mark them as this is our first x, and this is our first y, and this is our second x, and this is our second y. All right, after we have that, we can plug this into all of these values into our slope formula. So we have our slope equals 2, y squared, y sub 2 is 4h plus 10 minus y1 is 10, and our x2 minus x1, so that's going to be 3 plus h minus 3. So here we have 4h over h, which reduces down to just 4. So this is our answer for number 8. The next one is, I think it's similar to, I believe 26 was assigned as a homework. So let's go over the similar problem 27. What is the average rate of change for the population between 2002 and 2004? So we know that usually the time is our independent variable, just because we don't have control over time. So this is going to be our x. This is our independent variable, and population is a dependent variable. So knowing this, our part A is asking what's the average rate of change between these 2 years. So again, our slope, or average rate of change, is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We can immediately find what x2 minus x1 is. So let's say that this, they're looking for a change between these years. So I can say this is my x1, and this is y1, and this is x2, this is my y2. All right, so let's plug in. So that's going to be y2 is going to be 77 minus 83 over my x2 is 2004 minus 2002. And whatever value we get here is going to be the answer for A. B is pretty similar. You just have to compare the values between these years now, between 2002 and 2006. Okay, so let's take a look at the last problem. It's still asking for the same thing. If g of x is given as this, they're still looking for the average rate of change. All right, I believe number 32 was assigned as homework, which is similar to this problem. Okay, so let's go over by finding our x1 and y1. So if I plug in g of negative 3, this is going to be 3 cubed minus 1. So that's going to give us negative 82. All right, and let me find out by finding the second point. So 3 cubed minus 1, that's positive 81. So that is going to be positive 80. All right, so we have these 2 points. When x is negative 3, it's negative 82. And when x is 3, we have positive 80. Okay. Now we can note this as x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, then our slope is going to be the change of y. So it's going to be y2 over y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's going to be 80 minus 82. And x2 is going to be 3 minus 3. And as we all know, the negative and negative becomes positive. So this is 3 plus 3. So that's 6. And 80 plus 82, which is 162. Okay. And this equals to 27. So this is our answer for 31. All right, so that was the basic idea behind 3.3. It's a good idea to go over these problems and do it over. And after doing the homework, if you still have questions, please do reach out by emailing me. Thanks. Bye.